Alright, welcome channel lovers and assorted YouTubers. I think I'll call this video The Pain of Thomas, and you'll see why here shortly. But here's my recliner set up in my fifth wheel. You can see I've got a cover on it. It's comfortable, but it doesn't look very pretty. Never liked it very much, and you'll see why it's got a cover here in a minute also. But some of the main reasons I don't like it is when I come sit and move it around and get up, and it comes off. And you can also see why I need a cover, because this thing is coming apart in very bad ways. So there is, see now, the pain of Thomas. I think it's just peeling like crazy. Started with just a little snibble here and there, and they're all coming off. So I'm going to try a new seat cover. Got the idea from a couple people on some Facebook stuff, so don't know how well it's going to do, but we're getting ready to find out. So if I can get this, I don't know if you can see that very well. This is it, but I'll link it in the description below, and try to update how well it's doing. Today is New Year's Eve. So it's December 30th. I'm putting this thing on. We'll see how it looks when I get done, but and a little bit of what I have to do to get it on. But I'll try to follow up some updates months down the road. So if you're not watching this at the first of 2024, maybe look for some updates. And if you are watching it at the first of 2024, make sure you like and subscribe so you can get the updates when I post them. Alright, there's the cover off. There's the again, the nastiness of both of the recliners. And did I mention that we're just weekend campers? So it's not like we sat in this thing for years and years and years on end, and we've never sat in it with suntan lotion or bug spray or any of that kind of stuff that I get mentioned on the forums. Usually the only time we sit in these is first thing in the morning when we get up, drink some coffee. Alright, next we come down under. I got the footstools kicked up. We come down under here and always hear about these things. Are they bolted to the floor, not bolted to the floor? I'll show you mine. It's maybe screwed to the floor. Get out just a regular old Robert's head crap screws that they use in most of the RV. It's got a couple of these on each chair to secure it from moving around on the floor. And by the way, the screws aren't all the way into the to the furniture. You can see they're sticking up quite a bit, so they just put it in far enough that it grabs it and it doesn't poke all the way through the bottom of the floorboard, because they're way too long for what they need to do here. But just as a side note for anybody that might be doing this.
Ew. Look what's back here. It's nasty. Nasty.
Alright, watch this stuff. Just a little bit of brushing, and it's just all just flaking right off. I don't know, should I get all of it off or just not worry about it, or what? I don't know, but I'm gonna at least try to get the bad stuff off here. Just that little minute of brushing, and look what come off, that pile down there. It was all spread out, of course. I just swept it up, but that whole pile come off with just that little bit of brushing. Okay, got it open. Here's the instructions. You start with the console, and then you move to the bottoms and then the backs. Looks pretty simple. The instructions, I don't know if you can see this in this glare. but it says you get the console cover. And then if you look at all the little pieces of the cover, that one says console cover. There's center back of the seat, so everything looks pretty well labeled to the instruction. So I guess it shouldn't be too hard. We're just fixing to find out. All right, so we start with the console cover, and we start from the back. And let's see, it should fit on like a t-shirt, I guess. That down. Pull it down. Guess I'm doing it right. Pull that down. And then this comes over the lid. Alright, I'm going to duck down behind. Get in the back. Alright, that seems pretty easy. And then this comes down. It goes over. Tuck it down the sides. And then the storage lid cover. Down. This goes on there. And down. Right next to the bottom of the seat, and it's got two little straps. Can we see this in the video? Yeah, I got two little straps, and then the other end's got a pocket that just goes on the footrest. So pull this pocket on the footrest. Put that down in, and I poke the straps through the backside. Okay, that was interesting to find the back part. But I discovered a little trick almost by accident, so I'll show you. I'll do the back sides all at once. The instructions say to put the other footrest, butt section in, but I'm going to do this whole right side of the chair first, and then we'll go around and look at the little tricks for the back, so you don't have to watch the same thing twice, but you get to see the whole install. All right, now for the arm. I started to take this cup holder out. Actually, I did take it out, but the wire disappears into the chair, and I was getting ready to trace it down to figure out where to disconnect it. And then my wife reminded me we've never used those cup holders in our life. And it's got the lights and the massage and all that stuff on this cup holder, but I've had it unplugged for a year. I hate that stuff. It turns on all by itself. So I'm not going to mess with it. And if you need to figure that out, then it shouldn't be too hard to figure out, but I'm just going to put the arm cover on and not use the cup holder. All right, just a big cover that slips on. Get down in here a little bit better. And there's, I don't know if we can see, but there's a pocket on the side of this. I'll never be able to get to this one with it against my little end tables. But there's the arm. Right now the back piece, hold it in front of the camera. I don't know if we can see it or not. Get that up. All right, the back piece is just a giant potato sack. So it slides over the back, and then we hook some, and then these straps will hook in the back, and I'm going to show you the back stuff all at once. So just slide this thing down and on. Tuck it in there. Around this arm. Down there. Yeah, that goes on pretty easy. And we'll disappear behind. All right, what you think? One done, one to go. A little bit of difference. Let's look at this. Try to look at the covered one, and then the Flaking Thomas Payne. So not, I'm pleased. I would say not bad at all. There they go. So now for the other side, and I'll show you the backs on the other side. Okay, kind of hard to get perspective, but here's the back side. There's the top of the chair, and this bottom of the chair. I think a lot of these RV furnitures are made this way because they've got to come apart to get through the door. But this bottom flap, you can probably hear that, it's just Velcro on. So lift it up, and then it's got all kinds of freaking flaky crud coming out of there. And then I'll probably never be able to film this and do it at the same time, but I've got to reach in there in that crevice and get the little tabs out of the back of that bottom of the seat. All right, again, hard to get perspective back here, but there's that flap that I just undid. It's just kind of got it stuffed up so it's hanging out of the way. And then these little end straps come off that seat base, and they give you this little clip thing to hook them to. So it's just pulled around the back through the frame of the chair. This is this white you can see is the trim around that other cover piece. Get some light in there, a little bit better light. Again, this is so hard to do back here, but that's what you do for the back of the, or the bottom of the chair cover. Okay, and then for the top of the seat back on mine, I just got it come down here, and then it's got, again, we're just so hard to get perspective back here, but I can get in here. All right, there we go. It's got those two tabs. I think I'm supposed to connect that to the same connector as the bottoms, but instead I just wrapped it around the corners of the back. You see that? And then I just tied those two things together, and that seems to hold it quite snugly. So there's that. There it is, all done. Feels like the softest pair of pajamas you ever owned, and covers up all that mess. Looks pretty good. in real time. Just a little sit. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Lots more goodies coming on the channel, and we'll report back how well these things have done. Got a Raspberry Pi servo install coming up. It's about done, just got to edit it. So I'm going to get up, and in real time you can look and see how well it looks after I've sat in it. And there you go. Doesn't really look any different than before I sat in it, so it seems to fit really well. I'm not going to slide around, make a mess, and come off like the other ones did. I really like it a lot. So here we are, trying to make your camping life a little bit less uncomplicated. So please like and subscribe. Come back and see us next time.